Hello, my loves. I'm Venus Morrigan, and today we're going to unravel some of the biggest myths surrounding men's sexual health. There are so many misconceptions, half-truths, and outright lies that have been passed down for generations, beliefs that not only create unrealistic expectations, but also cause unnecessary stress and self-doubt. And the worst part? Many men never question them. They just accept these myths as truth, living under the weight of misinformation that affects their confidence, relationships, and overall well-being. But here's the reality. Science has given us clear, factual answers to many of the doubts and insecurities that men silently carry. And today, I'm here to share them with you in a way that's honest, gentle, and reassuring. Because when it comes to sexual health, knowledge is power. Before we dive in, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us create more content like this and spread awareness about topics that truly matter. Now, let's begin. The first myth I want to talk about is one of the most common and damaging ones. The idea that a man's sexual performance is entirely dependent on his physical condition, his strength, his stamina, his size. That somehow being sexually successful is just about biology. But science tells a different story. Yes, physical health plays a role, but sexual function is deeply connected to mental and emotional well-being. Stress, anxiety, and relationship dynamics influence performance just as much as testosterone levels or blood flow. A man can be in perfect physical shape, yet if his mind is occupied with worry, insecurity, or emotional distance, his libido and function may suffer. And that's not a failure, it's simply how the body works. The nervous system, hormones, and emotions are all intricately connected. When the mind is at ease, the body follows. And that brings us to another major misconception, this idea that men should always be ready for sex. That a real man has a constantly high libido, always eager, always in the mood. But here's the truth, male libido fluctuates. Just like women, men experience changes in desire based on stress, sleep, nutrition, hormonal balance, and even emotional connection. It's completely normal for desire to ebb and flow over time. Yet, society makes men feel like their worth is tied to their sexual readiness. And if they ever feel off, they start questioning themselves, feeling ashamed, thinking something is wrong. But there is nothing wrong. No one is meant to be a machine, programmed to perform on demand. True intimacy isn't about frequency, it's about quality, connection, and mutual desire. Now, let's address something that causes silent anxiety for so many men, the belief that size is the defining factor in sexual pleasure. This is a myth that has been reinforced through media, through cultural expectations, through jokes and comparisons that make men feel inadequate. But scientific research has consistently shown that for the majority of sexual experiences, size is far less important than technique, emotional intimacy, and responsiveness to a partner's needs. The most sensitive areas of female anatomy, for example, are located in the outer third of the vaginal canal, meaning that deep penetration is not necessary for pleasure. In fact, many studies reveal that factors like communication, rhythm, and emotional connection are what truly create fulfilling intimacy. And yet, so many men worry, obsess, and even seek dangerous procedures because they've been convinced that their worth is measured in inches. But true confidence in the bedroom doesn't come from measurements. It comes from understanding, attentiveness, and self-assurance. And what about aging? Many men believe that getting older automatically means a decline in sexual function, that with every passing year, desire and performance must inevitably fade. But this, too, is a misunderstanding. Yes, testosterone levels naturally decrease over time, but that does not mean the end of a fulfilling sex life. Studies have shown that men who maintain a healthy lifestyle, who stay active, eat well, manage stress, and nurture their relationships, often experience vibrant, satisfying intimacy well into their later years. What does impact sexual function more than age itself is lifestyle. Poor sleep, excessive alcohol, chronic stress, these are the real factors that accelerate decline, not simply the number of candles on your birthday cake. The key isn't to fear aging, but to embrace health, self-care, and a mindset that values pleasure at every stage of life. And finally, one of the most harmful myths of all, the idea that asking for help, whether from a doctor, a therapist, or a partner, is a sign of weakness. So many men suffer in silence, afraid to admit when they're struggling, thinking they must figure it out alone. But science, psychology, and human experience all tell us the same thing. Seeking help is not a weakness, it's an act of strength. Whether it's addressing performance anxiety, understanding changes in libido, or dealing with emotional challenges, the men who take action, who seek support, who have open conversations, these are the men who experience true growth, real fulfillment, and lasting confidence. So, what is the truth about men's sexual health? It's that performance is about more than just biology. That desire fluctuates, and that's normal. That size does not define satisfaction. That aging does not mean decline, and that strength comes from seeking help when needed. Science has debunked these myths, but it's up to us to change the way we think, to release unnecessary pressure, and to embrace a healthier, more realistic understanding of male sexuality. If today's conversation has helped you see things in a new light, I invite you to share your thoughts in the comments. What myths have affected you? What truths have been most freeing? I love hearing from you, and every time we break down these misconceptions together, we create a space for more understanding, more confidence, and more honest connections. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Every bit of support helps us continue bringing these conversations to light. And remember, you're not defined by outdated beliefs or societal expectations. Your worth, your masculinity, and your confidence come from within. Sending you all my warmth, and until next time, take care of yourself. A soft kiss, and I'll see you soon.